Preston, Mary, this deadly stabbing happened in a fairly busy part of town. There are a lot of shops and restaurants here, as well as a handful of apartment buildings. I want to step out of the way to give you a closer look at this scene here. We were told that that attack took place in the entryway to that building straight ahead, just behind that white van, the villas at Beardsley, and that is where investigators have been focused on for much of the night. Let's show you some video from a little earlier. There was a crowd of people here moments after this all happened. As you mentioned, emotions, they were running high. This all went down at around 7:30 tonight, and as police showed up, medics were already here trying to save that man's life, but we're told he died at the scene. All we know about him is that he was 29 years old and that police have taken someone into custody, a 26-year-old man. I asked if a weapon was recovered. Police would not say, and right now they're working to get a better idea of just how this all unfolded. Officers speaking with witnesses.
Now we're trying to figure out exactly what happened, but there were several witnesses, as you mentioned, so that will help us get through our investigation quickly.
And a neighbor who lives around here tells me that both men lived in the same apartment building and that the attack itself was unprovoked. She tells me that the man who was taken into custody actually went back upstairs to his unit before being brought down by police. Now, as we come back out here live, the medical examiner from King County just left minutes before we came on the air. Investigators tell us they will likely be here at this scene throughout the night. We do hope to have more details for you tomorrow. Those are currently fairly limited as this investigation is in its early stages. Live tonight in Bothell, Cole Miller, KOMO News.
Yeah, just about, Mary. And it all really depends on who's listening to the executive's message, because they're hoping that the younger population hears it, because they're the ones who are mainly getting and spreading the virus. And normally we hear just from the health officer for Public Health Seattle and King County, but now we're also hearing from the executive.
I'm hopeful that the people will respond.
But is time running out for King County? After all, the state decides on May 3rd whether counties in Washington will stay in their current phase or will have to make a change to a lower one. For counties like King, it could come down to the wire. Its current case rate per 100,000 is above the threshold of 200. It's at 214. Hospitalizations are just below the phase 3 threshold of 5, but it's sitting at 4.9.
The cases are just creeping up and up and up, and the hospitalizations are creeping up and up and up.
And while the area is making huge strides in vaccinating folks, where nearly 60% of eligible residents in the county have received at least one shot, these stronger variants of COVID are still spreading and spreading fast.
More people are doing more things now, and when that happens, there's going to be more opportunity for those new variants to spread.
But based on current levels, Constantine is aware that the county may most likely have to revert back in phases, but that hope the county responds by taking safety precautions seriously is still at the forefront of his mind.
It's been exhausting, but I do think that the people of King County have shown a particular tenacity and a willingness to step up to help their neighbors and their families. Being this tantalizingly close to the end of this pandemic, we can't let down our guard and let people get sick.
Well, Mary, as you and I both know, time is running out, and so many businesses here saying the same thing. They're just hitting their stride, and now this, a possible rollback, translation, setback.
The buzz is all about COVID and the threat of a rollback to phase 2. The worry?
Oh, yeah, I have another shot.
Phase 3 to phase 2 will cut into the razor slim profits businesses like Rod's is turning at his barber shop.
I'm just trying to protect my customer, my family.
Before any of us heard of COVID-19,
Before the pandemic, we can do it every day 100 customer with the 4 chair.
and during phase 2,
Every day, like maybe 5 customer.
and now in phase 3, he is getting his footing finally with 20 clients a day, including his regulars.
Going back to phase 2 will just shut it all down, and all these people will be struggling again. Sad.
Business isn't what it was before COVID at Toshi's Teriyaki either.
Anything else for you?
But they're making it. They eliminated indoor dining from the start of the pandemic and have kept it that way.
Our regular, loyal customers, they always being supportive to our restaurants, so they always try to grab some lunch or a proper dinner.
They're counting on those same customers to keep coming even during phase 2 if it happens. But a rollback isn't the only concern.
Worry about profits, and for these days, all the wholesale like items, their prices are like soaring up.
The cost of meat, vegetables, even utensils, he says, have skyrocketed. Health leaders say a big part of the rise in cases is the contagious variants, coupled with ill-advised gatherings with families and friends who are not fully vaccinated, masked, or socially distanced.
It's $30 regular haircut.
Businesses who follow all the health mandates feel singled out for something they didn't do.
Thank you for the tip, sir.
Hi, everyone. I'm Preston Phillips from KOMO News. Thanks for checking out the KOMO YouTube channel. You can see more of our videos right here by clicking on the video links for more news from the Seattle area and Western Washington. Oh, and don't forget to click the subscribe button below so you don't miss our YouTube updates.